I'm Ugonna Emenike. I'm going to be pitching to you my dear dogs. Oh.
You got it.
Oh. Sorry. So let's start with the narrative. Narrative is based around a man, businessman in fact, works in and around the city, stressed. You can imagine that's a stressful job. You know, he has a lot of responsibilities on his shoulders. Finds a doll in his house, tries to take out his frustrations on the doll, but the twist is that this is a special kind of doll. The doll is linked to his flatmate, who's actually his best friend, and he's effectively killing his best friend, but without him knowing. So, yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. The hook of my film is when he starts kind of like trying to speak to himself, like he's evaluating his mental state due to all the stress he's been having lately. So yeah. So the genre of this is obviously a horror. I say it's a horror because of the amount of blood and the violence that's in it. Also, it's going to be shot in a linear narrative. So I think that's very ideal for a short film. Linear narrative, just get straight to the point. But however, with a twist, so it keeps viewers, asking questions. Now, the unique selling point of my film is the way it's actually edited. Now, in my plans, I've planned to use a special technique in editing where the only colour being shown is red. So I said there's going to be a lot of red in my film, kind of like this picture. It's in black and white. The film's set in black and white, but the only colour that you can actually see is red. And another unique selling point is of my film is that it's set in London, in the city of London. Yeah, that is a unique selling point because you can get some really beautiful locations and some backdrops in London. Ideal for a short film, just to add to the visuals. Funding. Now, most films like to use Kickstarter as their funding because it allows practically anyone to pledge a certain amount of money to your project, and you can set a goal. So it's basically a bunch of donations that people are given to you to make sure that your project is brought to life. And I think this is ideal for me as when I'm not a big movie company type thing. I don't have those type of resources. So this is a great outlet for me to gather the funds to make a short film in the first place. So yeah, if you can see here, there's a couple of examples of some short films that have used Kickstarters. So it lets you track if you've reached your target and so forth. But yeah. Audience. Now, after doing research, I've gathered that the target audience is not aimed at my age group, which is I'm 17, but it is targeted at people who have some sort of knowledge of the media and the short film industry. Like you can tell by some of these comments that will only be made by people who actually enjoy watching films and enjoy cinematography and so forth. So yeah, if I had to put an age range on my audience, I'd say maybe 19 to 35, perhaps. Distribution. The main distribution source I will use is YouTube. As this is worldwide, it allows practically anyone to see what you've made. It's highly accessible on many platforms, phones, laptops, etc. I think this is a great way to start off. But however, if my film does get attention, well, when this film gets attention, we can start looking at other outlets such as film festivals. One example was the Rain Dance Film Festival, which is specialised in short films, practically. So yeah. The certification of my film, well, taking into consideration of my target audience and taking into consideration what this film, my short film, will actually contain, I think 15 is a fair enough age rating, because it only shows blood and violence, no sexual explicit themes are being explored during this. But however, these certifications are put in place to protect vulnerable viewers who might not like the idea or seeing blood, or you know how it is, so forth. Locations, as I mentioned earlier, locations were set in around the city. Got a nice picture of London there. Also, I'll be using a flat, you know, to act out a couple of scenes. Thank you.
I've got a question for you, sir.
Yo.
So, how did you come about your idea? What inspired you to make this?
What inspired me is I was just watching like cartoons, and I was watching one particular cartoon, and yeah, it just came to me because it was practically similar idea, but it was just dumbed down. So I thought I could just expand on it a bit more, bring it to a more mature audience. You done?